For all your embroidery and digitizing, call Bees Embroidery.
Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, we dispatched a report of a structure fire. Engine 3 arrived in short order and found a well-involved fire on what we would consider the Alpha Delta corner. And so they commenced a quick knockdown of that fire. They in fact found there was a lot of wind that day and actually pushed the fire underneath the structure as it was a manufactured dwelling and up into the attic space. So while they're fighting the initial fire, the fire is then progressing due to the winds and it's going both under and above them. They commenced a modified interior attack at one point. They had to pull back again. The conditions were deteriorating too rapidly due to the type of construction and good old-fashioned Mother Nature.
This was an arson fire, right?
It ended up being through an investigation that the occupant, who is a juvenile, was involved in the ignition of that fire, and they were subsequently arrested at the scene, is my information, and juvenile probation and the Nye County Sheriff's Office was also involved.
There was 2 animals, I believe reptiles, inside the structure.
Unknown status of the reptiles.
There was one point where you had to pull back the firefighters, like you said, and just do an exterior knockdown?
Yeah, with a manufactured dwelling, and much like any other type of dwelling, if the fire becomes too intense on the underside, it starts deteriorating the floor as well as the ceiling because the fire was up above them. So the ceiling starts dropping, the floor starts giving out underneath, and you can add that structural collapse component. So we always want to make sure the firefighters are safe. They were pulled out, placed in an area of safety, commenced back to a defensive attack.
So no occupants or firefighters were injured in this?
There were no injuries.
All right. And then the state fire marshal came out. Do you know how it was started?
Yeah, we have a really good idea as far as how it started, but we're waiting for confirmation from some of the folks that were involved in the investigation. We did extend our all hands, which brings additional staff back, including our volunteers. And we also utilized, Nye County came in with a cascade system, which greatly assisted us in refilling our air bottles on the scene.
And no extensions?
No extension beyond the initial structure.